When I was young, I told myself when I grow up I won't be jaded like them. I travel the world, do whatever I can to live out my days beyond paper and pen. Every time I take my phone out of Reese's hand, he just pretends he's still smiling. Come on, I need to frolic. Come on. How's that?
How out of breath are you? Are you using sound on this? Huh? Are you using sound on this? No. Cool. She's about to run back. Plop, 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 plop. Are we gonna get a spin? Yeah, we're gonna get a spin. Plop, 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 plop. Woohoo!
Thanks. So much research to do because we are just seeing so many intricate details and we are wondering who everyone is, basically, what everything means. There's so many statues of different people in there. There's people on thrones. We think it might be like Jesus and the 12 disciples right at the very top. We're thinking like maybe Virgin Mary and Jesus as a baby on that middle throne. We're honestly not sure. She's got like a crown on.
There's currently
so we're
a
like
pigeon sitting on the head of the baby. I don't know if that's like blasphemy or... I feel a bit funny about that. It blows me away that just because of the time period this was made, like none of it is just like, oh, let's create a mold of a person and then just reproduce. Like, you know, all of these were hand-carved, real people.
Yeah.
Like, and just the fact that you can look up on literally one face of this entire building and see hundreds of people.
Yeah.
So it's just, yeah.
stranger, the stranger. The stranger, the stranger, the stranger. He walks alone and whistles low.
We're in line for a sandwich at All'Antico Vinaio. And honestly, I don't think I've ever been more excited on this trip. It's good, definitely line up for it. It was a solid effort. I got past halfway, but honestly these sandwiches are so big, I feel like you could ask them to cut it in half and just share it with someone. So I got the Vegetariana 2, which was stracciatella, pistachio cream, dried tomatoes, and basil, and then I also added the black olive cream, which is limited edition for May. And then Greasy Boy, he finished his, and he got he's not okay. He got the Florence, which was, where is it? Oh, it's not on the board. Okay, what was in it?
Like a
Some
type
sort
of
of
salami,
yeah.
pecorino cream, and sun-dried tomato.
Pecorino cream. Yum. Oh my god.
But what did it cost?
We need to find a toilet.
I have no use for this.
You put them on your wrists so that when water and like product and stuff runs down your wrists, they don't go all the way down your arm. Yeah.
I don't really have a need for that, but I'd go one of those.
We do have like a million, and we do actually have one from Sephora as well.
But do we have one from Sephora Firenze? That's the question.
I love the tote bag. So cute. I love that they have merch. Sephora Firenze merch. Oh, there we go. We didn't realize that it was going off immediately after we put the coins in. So that top one is a little bit of a dud, but the others are cute. Florence is a lot more peaceful. Do you think that's a way to put it? Ah! Maybe not. Can I please get 2 rosé? Gotcha. He's literally on his knees. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Do you like New York? That's better.
Oh. We might need to take a trip to New York to confirm. That is so good. the little swirls on top. The little swirls on top is basically Nutella. And it's like the cheesecake is cold and the swirls of Nutella are warm.
Oh, stop.
Yeah. And then the icing sugar is just...
Tiramisu. Duh. Oh.
Good.
Oh.
Good.
It's more cream rather than the mascarpone. It's like osteria affogata. That's what it is. How it was more of a cream. Molto bene. You know what it reminds me of? You are 16, going on 17, baby. It's time to think. Do you know what that's from?
Yeah.
The Sound of Music.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it's the Sound of Music. It's just stunning. Is anyone down here? No? Is it just us? Are you kidding me? Ah, my husband. There he is. This is literally out of my Pinterest board. Like, not even kidding, this is exactly how I imagined spending an Italian honeymoon. Although I think a bug... I don't know, something flew into my lip. It is just so peaceful, so beautiful. Reese has actually just moved down to more of a shadier spot. As you can see, all of these are in the sun. It's absolutely stunning. Like, oh my goodness, you wouldn't even want umbrellas there because it would ruin the view, but it's so beautiful. And then we do actually have like a shadier little like sitting area over here. But, ooh, I've got an alarm going off. But if we keep walking, there's a little gate over here. Oh, there we go. You can see all of the amazing olive trees. There are so many. But if you come down here, there are some sun lounges and seats under the umbrellas looking out over the Tuscan hillside. It is so beautiful. Wow.
Buontalenti gelato.
Buontalenti. Yeah, say it so we never remember. We never forget. So good. It's like condensed milk ice cream.
Yeah.
It's so pretty.
Da Firenze con amore.
Literally like the best raspberry ripple I've ever had in my life. This was recommended to us by one of the waiters at our hotel.
So good.
Incredible recommendation, Badiani. And you'll remember it because when you go past it, you'll see the sign and you'll be like, Badiani, yadi, yadi. That's how we remembered it and realized, wait a second, we have seen this place before. You must get Buontalenti. That's there. Buontalenti. I got it with caramel. Reese got the normal. It's literally like condensed milk ice cream. It's insane. Did you get it? Did you get the shot?
I got the shot.
Oh, this makes me want to cry. Making me think about the wedding. Woo. And We're emotional because we almost got stranded here in Florence, 40 minutes away from our hotel.
Nothing new on this holiday, guys. Nothing new.
No, we've literally been almost stranded so many times and had to spend so much money on taxis. It's actually heartbreaking.
Hot tip of this whole holiday: don't get a hotel ages away from like the places you want to actually go.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the hot tip, hey? That's the takeaway.
Oh, and you ready? We're almost ready for AJ's petal entrance.
Oh yeah.
Can't take my eyes off of you. Here it is. Oh, can't believe the wedding's over. I'm gonna cry.
But guess what?
What?
Hey, we're married too. We're married.
Married. Why am I crying? This has always been one of my favorite songs, and now I feel like it's always going to make me cry.
Cry because you're just thinking of AJ.
Guys, I know that Reese and I are planning on doing a bit of a honest review of our trip, but I just need to come on here and show like one of our lowest points in this trip. So basically what happened is we caught a taxi. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Actually, before even the taxi, something I've learned whilst being in Italy is that I am seriously like lactose or gluten intolerant, potentially both. I have no idea. All I know is I am so unwell. I've been running for a toilet. It's so like disappointing because I don't have this in Australia, but here something's not agreeing with me. I even went and bought like lactase tablets, like the lactase tablets, the Italian ones, and I've also we've had ginger tablets every day to try and stop the nausea. It's just been wild. Right now I'm eating Macca's fries because these are the only things that I can trust because they are lactose and gluten free, which is such a bummer because I love pasta and pizza. So today was a day. I literally ate like 2 bites of my breakfast and I said to Reese, I'm gonna have to meet you back in the room. And so that was really fun. That was a great morning. I was like, how are we supposed to check out today? Hop in a taxi for 40 minutes and then get on a 2-hour train to Venice. Also, I've been sick. We've both had, I think it's just a cold because like I haven't taken any of my Codrils today, my cold and flu tablets today because I've been dealing with everything else and I feel like this cold or flu part of me is like fine. So I only really had to take it for like 2 days. And that was the same with Reese. He only had to take it for like 2 days and he was okay. Anyway, besides all the sickness, we had to catch a taxi to the train station, which was like 40 minutes. And then we got to just around the corner. We were half an hour away from our train departing. And we got just around the corner from the train station. Perfect timing. Reese realizes he hasn't got his backpack. We left the backpack at the reception at the hotel 40 minutes away. We had to turn around, and these taxis are not cheap. Like these are like 60 euros one way. So we essentially had to triple our trip because we were going all the way back to the hotel and then all the way back to the train station. I think it ended up costing about like 290 Australian dollars or something. So this was just to get us to the train station. That should have just been like a $100 trip basically. What this also meant was because we bought train tickets that we bought them on like a lower fare because we were like, we'll do business but like at a lower fare so that we pay less. It just means that you have more restrictions, so it means that you can't like change or refund your tickets. And so that's what we did because we were like, we just won't miss our train, we'll be fine, we'll be super organized. Because of that, it meant we had to buy new train tickets, and because it's on the day and they're very sparse, we've ended up having to get premium tickets so that we could just sit next to each other because like there were no seats together, which cost us like another 140 euro. So we've wasted money on the tickets, we've wasted money on the taxi basically. Now we've been sitting in the train station because there's basically no seating
Reese has run to Macca's. I just ran there. So I was like, I need to eat something and I need to use the toilet. So I'm now eating fries on the floor in the train station. And we're still here for at least another hour before we hop on our train. This is really good. And not gonna lie, like we've had quite a lot of taxi situations where we've basically been stranded. Like we've had no other choice but to take a taxi and it's cost us hundreds of dollars. There was one that we took from Positano. You're gonna see the Positano trip and be like, oh my god, you guys look like you had the most magical, most romantic sunset cruise in Positano. Yes, we did, until we had to climb 34 flights of stairs up to the main road, and then we called our hotel to order us a taxi to get us back to Sorrento. They said they couldn't do it because the taxi would have to go to the hotel first and then come to us. And I'm like, honestly, I don't even care. Just get us a taxi, please. We're in a foreign country and we don't know where we're going. Otherwise, it's a 3-hour walk to get back. At night time, the sun was going down. It was like 9 p.m. And then they recommended that we go and talk to a restaurant and ask them to order us a taxi. So that's what we ended up doing. We went and found a restaurant and we had to order a taxi from there. There was actually a hostel across the road and Reese was like this close to just like booking us a night there, because honestly it probably would have cost the same amount at this point. Like I really don't know. We were just feeling so helpless, and there's been so many moments where this has happened, and I guess it's come down to a lack of research, but we did so much research and I guess we didn't have any first-hand experiences. Like we watched a lot of vlogs and stuff to try and get like more personal experiences, but maybe people don't share every single detail. And so I guess in the sense of logistics, we just didn't know about things. Getting the taxi to and from Naples station to our Sorrento hotel, we could have been taking trains, but because we didn't know that there was a train that goes to Sorrento, we ended up having to get a taxi. Oh my god, it was just wild. It's just, there's been so much panic on this trip, like, and a lot of just, yeah, like helplessness is like definitely our key word for this trip. We've like run out of our honeymoon money that we'd saved up because we've spent so much of it on taxis, basically just taxis. So I feel like once we're back home, I think Reese and I are going to sit down and do like a bit of a debrief video for each place that we've been to, so that we can give you just like the honest truth and everything that you need to know, because this has been an expensive lesson to learn, expensive mistakes to make. Here he comes. We're so defeated.
Just watching your little fortress here.
We're so defeated right now, but at least we have McDonald's. I'm just kind of giving them an update on what's happened today and just about like the taxi situation. But I think the biggest thing that we need to do is sit down and do a debrief video and just chat through everything, so that anyone who's going to Italy is prepared and knows the exact truth about everything and what mistakes to not make.
The hottest tip is just stay in the city.
Stay central.
Stay central to the city, stay central to transport, because the taxis are just like
astronomical,
outrageously expensive.
Yeah.
You know, like we only stayed like 30-35 minutes out of the city. It was $100 Australian each way. And
Yeah.
It was just absolutely gutting us. Probably a big contributor as to why Rome was like the highlight of the trip so far, was because
the
we were in the
easiest.
city, we could walk places,
Yeah.
and like,
Even if we took a taxi, yeah, it was a bit expensive, but you were maximum doing like a 10-minute drive.
yeah. Whereas just like, yeah, every movement here in Florence required like minimum $50 Australian to do, and it just was awful, really.
Minimum 50? More like minimum like
You're just
80.
like getting anywhere, you know?
Yeah. Unless you rent a car, but also
That's
I would
my-
never ever suggest that, because the driving here is absolutely insane.
That's my
You
my
will
honest
crash.
tip.
Like that's,
Oh yeah.
you will crash. But I think this trip really requires just a sit down video with a big debrief, so we can warn everyone how to travel Italy effectively. Because we're making mistakes.
Obviously, we don't want to deter people from Italy because
No,
it's been
it's
beautiful.
just do it better than
And,
us.
Yeah, it's do it better than us.
We've
yeah.
learnt the lessons so that we can tell you. Because otherwise you'd get over here and potentially make the same mistakes. Or you'd see our trip and be like, wow, that looks so beautiful. And in reality, we have, like, I mean, it has been a beautiful trip. That's the thing. And we're so excited, though, to get on the cruise tomorrow because everything is just going to be taken care of for us. And also, it's going to be, it's a Royal Caribbean cruise, so it's going to be more American food, probably a bit more familiar. So hopefully it won't be as harsh on our stomachs. It's been rough, but it's been lovely. The good moments have been great. It's just that everything around it has been rough. And we're just exhausted. We're so ready for this cruise. We're just so ready to just lay by the pool, chill out. I don't think I ever want to have alcohol ever again at this point. We've had alcohol almost every day. Like, even if it's just like one glass. But you have like one glass of wine. Because it's just like customary here. Anyway, I've been going on for about 12 and a half minutes. So, wish us luck. Let's hope we get to Venice today.